Veterans Day, formerly known as Armistice Day, was originally set as a U.S. legal holiday to honor the end of World War I, which officially took place on November 11, 1918. In legislation that was passed in 1938, November 11th was dedicated to the cause of world peace and we hereafter named Armistice Day. And as such, this new legal holiday honored World War I veterans. In 1954, after being through both World War II and the Korean War, the 83rd Congress, at the urging of several veteran service organizations, amended the Act of 1838 by striking out the word armistice and inserting the word veterans. With the approval of this legislation on June 1st, 1954, November 11th became a day to honor veterans of all wars. In 1968, the Uniform Holidays Bill ensured 3-day weekends for federal employees, thus celebrating 4 national holidays on Mondays: Washington's birthday, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and Columbus Day. And under this bill, Veterans Day was moved to the 4th Monday of October. Yet, many states did not agree with this decision, and they continued to celebrate the holiday on its original day. The first Veterans Day under this new law was observed with much confusion on October 25th, 1971. But finally, on September 20th, 1975, President Gerald Ford signed a law which returned the observance back to the original on the date of November 11th, beginning in 1978. And since then, Veterans Day holiday has been observed on November 11th ever since then, and it brings us here today to celebrate our veterans. Now, ask you to please stand again with me for the presentation of colors by the FFA officers.
I am the flag of the United States of America. I am whatever you make me, nothing more. I am your belief in yourself, your dream of what a people may become. I live a challenging life, a life of moods and passions, of heartbreaks and tired muscles. Sometimes I droop, for the purpose has gone from me, and synthetically, I play the coward. But always, I am all that you hope to be and have the courage to try for it. I am song in fear, struggle in panic, and enabling hope. I am the day's work of the weakest man and the largest dream of the most daring. I am the farmer, the lawyer, doctor, cook, counselor, and clerk. I am the battle of yesterday and the mistake of tomorrow. I am the mystery of men who do without knowing why. I am the clutch of an idea and the reason purpose of resolution. I am no more than what you believe me to be and all that you believe that I can be. I am what you make me, nothing more. I wave before your eyes as a bright beam of color, a symbol of yourself, the picture suggestion of what big thing which makes this nation. My stars and stripes as you dream of labors, they are bright with color, brilliant with courage, and firm with faith, because you have made them so out of your hearts. And as long as men cherish liberty more than life itself, I shall continue to be the enduring banner of the United States of America.
I am the flag of the great Lone Star State of Texas. When Texans look upon me, names such as Austin, Houston, Travis, Fannin, Bowie, and Crockett flash through their memories. They think of the landmarks of Texas liberty, Goliad, San Jacinto, and the Alamo. I represent grazing cattle, fruit-laden orchards, green fields of grain, and brightly painted barns. It was me that Colonial Fannin was speaking of when he said, "Give us a flag for which we can fight and hoist up in the defiance of Santa Ana." My vertical line of blue stands for loyalty in all hearts of Texans. My horizontal stripe of bright white stands for the purity in all hearts of Texans. My horizontal stripe of red represents the blood that has been shed by Texans everywhere in the name of freedom and liberty. A star has always been a symbol of domination and sovereignty, and it is only proper that I should bear a star as a symbol of the Lone Star State of Texas. I represent many things to many people. I can be all that you make me, but nothing more. And as long as men cherish liberty and freedom, I shall continue to fly proudly over the free state of Texas. Please remain standing for the pledges by the NHS members.
The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas flag.
Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
In honor of those that have served, in honor of those who are here, please stand while we welcome our veterans.
Beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves. Constitution of the United States. They do so knowing that they may be called upon to make great sacrifices to ensure and sustain our shared values. These patriots accept those risks and rush to fulfill the mission, no matter how harsh or dangerous the condition. They embody the best of the American spirit. For the families and friends who wait at home, anxious for news of their loved ones, these sacrifices can cause great pain. For the families of the more than 81,600 service members who remain missing in action, the pain and grief is compounded by a lack of closure and the hope that their sons and daughters, sisters and brothers, parents and grandparents will one day return home. On National POW MIA Recognition Day, we remember the debt we owe to them and to their families. We pay tribute to our former prisoners of war and recommit to the difficult but essential task of seeking out answers for families of those who are still missing. We will always remember and honor our nation's prisoners of war and those still missing in action, and keep faith with our promise as a nation to bring all of our heroes home. Every day, the iconic black and white flag, a powerful symbol in the recognition of the heroism and sacrifice of American POWs and MIAs, is flown above the White House. It is a mark of reverence and solidarity with all those who await answers. Each day, this flag flies over memorials and cemeteries, on military installations, at local post offices, and on the front lawns of homes across the nation. This flag remains a symbol of America's commitment to honor the sacrifices of all those who serve. And now, I will introduce Isabel Cunningham with I Am the Flag.
I am the flag by Harold Schmalden. I am the flag of the United States of America. My name is Old Glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings. I stand watch in America's halls of justice. I fly majestically over institutions of learning. I stand guard with power in the world. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, honor, truth, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident. I am arrogant. I am proud. When I am flowing with my fellow banners, my head is a little higher, my colors a little truer. I bow to no one. I am recognized all over the world. I am worshipped. I am saluted. I am loved. I am revered. I am respected. I am feared. I have fought in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. I was flown at Valley Forge, Gettysburg, Shiloh, and Appomattox. I was there at San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, in the Argonne Forest, Anzio, Rome, and the beaches of Normandy, Guam, Okinawa, Korea, and Quezon, Saigon, Vietnam, Nome. I was there, I led my troops. I was dirty, battle-worn, and tired, but my soldiers cheered me, and I was proud. I've been burned, torn, and trampled in the streets of countries I have helped set free. It does not hurt me, for I am invincible. I have been soiled upon, burned, torn, and trampled in the streets of my country. And when it's done by those whom I've served in battle, it hurts. But I shall overcome, for I am strong. I have slipped the bonds of earth and stood watch over the uncharted frontiers of space from my vantage point on the moon. I have borne silent witness to all of America's finest hours, but my finest hours are yet to come. When I am torn into strips and used as bandages for my wounded comrades on the battlefield, when I am flown at half-mast to honor my soldier, or when I lie in the trembling arms of a grieving parent at the grave of their fallen son or daughter, I am proud. I am the flag of the United States of America. And now I would like to introduce Troy Johnson and Jorge Rivas playing silver taps.
Legacy, and sacrifice made by our armed forces and their families.
Please join me in giving a round of applause for our veterans here with us today.